year was 1347. Europe had no idea that it stood on the edge of the greatest catastrophe in its recorded history. Farmers harvested wheat beneath cathedral bells. Merchants crossed kingdoms carrying silk, spices, and silver. Pilgrims walked dusty roads, believing every step brought them closer to salvation. Life was difficult, but familiar. Kings fought wars over land. Lords ruled their estates. Monks copied sacred manuscripts by candlelight, while children played beneath stone churches that had stood for generations. Disease was nothing new. Smallpox, dysentery, famine, and leprosy were accepted as parts of life. Every family expected loss. Every village buried children. Yet none of these horrors prepared humanity for what was coming. Across Europe, people believed illness came from God's judgment, poisonous air, unlucky stars, or hidden sins. No one knew bacteria existed. No one had heard the word infection. Their greatest enemy was invisible. Far beyond Europe's borders, caravans continued along the Silk Road, connecting kingdoms separated by thousands of miles. Every camel carried treasure. And something else. Something no merchant knew existed. Tiny fleas nestled inside the fur of black rats. They were beginning a journey that would rewrite history. Thousands of kilometers away, the deserts and mountains of Central Asia stretched beyond the horizon. Merchant caravans wound across dangerous trade routes linking China, Persia, the Middle East, and Europe. Silk, porcelain, spices, precious stones, and manuscripts changed hands every day. Trade had connected civilizations. Now it would connect their suffering. Rodents thrived wherever grain was stored. Ships, wagons, warehouses, and camps became perfect homes for black rats. Hidden among them lived fleas carrying Yersinia pestis, the bacterium responsible for plague. No traveler noticed the tiny insects. No customs official inspected them. No city closed its gates. The disease crossed mountains more easily than armies. It crossed deserts faster than kings could send messengers. Every successful trade route became a highway for death. One merchant fell ill, then another. Entire caravan camps began emptying overnight. Those who survived blamed curses, demons, or poison wells. None understood that every mile travel carried infected fleas into new lands. The plague was no longer a local disaster. It had become a continental threat. In 1346, on the northern coast of the Black Sea, the wealthy trading city of Caffa stood behind towering walls. The city belonged to the Republic of Genoa, whose merchants controlled lucrative trade between Europe and Asia. Outside those walls waited the armies of the Mongol ruler Janibeg. The siege dragged on for months. Then something strange happened. Soldiers inside the Mongol camp began dying. High fevers, swollen black lumps beneath their arms, blood-filled coughs, death within days. The army itself had become infected. According to several later historical accounts, the attackers made a desperate decision. Instead of burying their dead, they hurled plague-ridden bodies over the city walls using massive siege engines. Whether every detail of these accounts is exact remains debated by historians, but the siege undoubtedly occurred during a plague outbreak that spread through the region. Inside Caffa, panic exploded. Disease spread through crowded streets. Merchants abandoned homes, loaded ships with families and valuables, and fled across the Black Sea. They believed they were escaping death. Instead, they carried it with them. Autumn arrived. Merchant vessels entered Mediterranean ports carrying valuable cargo from the east. Dock workers smiled. Customs officials prepared records. Markets anticipated exotic goods. Everything looked normal. Then sailors failed to leave their ships. Some were already dead. Others staggered onto the docks with burning fevers. Painful swellings appeared beneath their arms, around their necks, and in their groins. Within days, many collapsed. Families who cared for them became sick. Doctors visited the victims. Priests administered final blessings. Neighbors offered comfort. Almost every act of kindness became another opportunity for the disease to spread. The ports of Sicily were among the first in Europe to witness the nightmare. From there, the infection would race through ports, villages, castles, monasteries, and capitals with terrifying speed. No kingdom was ready. No city understood what had arrived. And no prayer seemed to stop it. As winter approached, church bells began ringing more often than ever before. not to celebrate weddings or festivals, but to announce funerals. Soon, there would not be enough bells.